emo asua de na kyese atwodi na ewo na nkora na free school ama abontin weni niema bebre ene abato ya ye bekom ya na nkofo ka se be ya enka baby aga na cases nko no kra de nke yen seize fire badodo na so asem ka se wo hwe Ghana 22000 e de na obe mistake say 22000 fa na afi wa for omo ato omo I say Ghana ye obe 16 17,000 that the case ye ni abema on na ranking member e minority caucus so e wo mrashebedum on health committee no so e wo mrashebedum honorable community akando abekensa e wo ahoma no so honorable anope ye machi ye sam wakwaba
ya da so
so ho ye de
nyame ne mo pa bo ye pa
abusiafo no so
nyame adomo bia ho ye ye
de twedi ampase se ye covid un se mi nkofo so kasa se dom kuma no minority mo ye de aya amanyosem ye starting free ho na fe ye major issues a ewo covid no and health sector in general.
Okay, me da se be brave didi kan nam se wonya me ntwa me fan twa se ene ne be na fan se na nine and ma hu se amount air circulate names be say in minority side no ebinom anya covid a me din ka ho and so let me set the record straight and sana ya do ho if you say covid by you know me nya kra no my testing you the last one was a mandatory one yeah no parliament akopo adam na ni nyina no na negative and no nkyere say I'm above covid no obia betumi anya bi at any given time but God is in absolute control na mi adom mi nyenye bi mi gidi yesu se yakopon adaroma so mi nya bi
nti what test 2 ni nyina negative
mpacha wa ani
okay nti list na aba no mo se minority for mo nya bi enya no kre as far as I'm concerned enya no kre nti mi gidi yesu na no mo ye press conference so mo bisa asa mi jemfi ma ne clear no kra nti manya akwanya na pese me de faso na me clear and say there be enya no kre na nsenya ye registration exercise me go tea constituency pa na me monitor registration to say obehwe a covid nsem ba ye no a check kra ni bia na otwe na otwe mi ni bia ya na me ye press encounter ni bia me go tea constituency na ma fo hu mi a che ni no na mo fi say bia I was in isolation I'm Ghana they say we say obi ehun na otwe o say e covid obi but honorable enkofo so enya won say enkofo raise a question that adena edi an e ba abonten a omo de omo admit so omo test and obi wo kra omo ye expose as a MP4 na mo de mo mai say dey enim no obi anya emiu nti adena NDC mu names ni de ana mo na mu nkofo ni bi test a mo mbesa mbeka so obi a test positive ana
me mu de you see let me break this one to you for example the last test in Omoye Parliament, this is how it went. Omoye we na winya COVID in Libya, we are positive. Ombefro they communicate to you say when you no no wakasa, no why isolating home. Inti more than 72 hours after testing, that's the one teshi ubia and frewa. When you test message ubia no ubia and frewa, it means that you are negative. But they make what you say.
So is that the protocol of Parliament in the and in the testing no?
Well, the last test and that is how it went.
I see. Because me can say negative, they should equally communicate negative to you say, but your test results are negative. Then it's all mujari so one thing and can.
That is the formula.
Okay.
You use here for the last, you know, because after I think 24 hours, 42 hours, you know, now man for air complaint. He say I test, you know, and so yente 3 days, 4 days, what is happening? And now leadership, the catch say formula or more useful. More young firm will be an amonti will be an cano. It means that you are all negative. Okay. And know there as whether or not say echo one side, Emma one side in there. I cannot answer. And they mean to me in Yano, in Akopon Kwan between a Yano, and will be and let me tell you my secret. I mean, cancel. So when you say I was one of the first people I called you by Michelle say, yeah, we could see so okay,
yes.
There was a time I called you privately and I catch you said, Mommy, I dare you could press no be a no dangerous. You remember?
Mekapa.
Me ha until you are the them. Until you shall say a ball who they went them. Initially what I was doing was that not Nsroma and this personal, no medical doctor prescribe it for me.
Okay. Personal,
and I'm not recommending it for anybody.
Okay.
Not vitamin C, the fat and the part barco. every morning vitamin C. If I do maybe, and we break vitamin C, So I do concoction, mint tree, garlic, ginger, lime. In the morning, 1 tea glass. I'm a quadruma. Do a while. Damn, yeah, weekend kakra me wolf. I do the steaming, and also na my me fa idea neem concoction for about 1 week or 2 weeks continuous. And my break it. We break it for about 2 weeks. Now 3 weeks. No, I go back and it is sana me and I think I believe I have one baby. Okay. It is and yes, prescription I may prescribe a movie.
Oh, comfort baby cry yet. Oh no, but comfort baby yet, because
let me do this disclaimer because I can't know will be uncle. And this is what I've been doing, and for me personally, it's working for me, especially after steaming. After steaming, when I go to the washroom, let me tell you, I feel very, very sound. You understand? And see, I think that has worked for me so far. I don't know what other people are doing. Me and Boama, for example, Patrick Boama. There was a time. I mean, we were talking, and the only thing I said, how precaution measures seriously. We share ideas, such as and see. I believe that for me, that is what has worked for me so far. We also feel so we be unfan of home. I mean, and maybe the family home because. Now I was always at the forefront of this fight in that person. Yeah, no, the form.
The accession say as a more minority for no mama COVID the akoya amanyosem. Mo de enka mo beka issues no. Akoya amanyosem say every day be more pebone. In fact, to share COVID numbers now as a more recovery rate no, discharge rate no mo nka and am moye na ban close schools and onye say nkwa.
Okay, me about me the best share free. I shall say I can't cover it in some. Number one, you can say, so by man yourself more, be anywhere, bet my catch and some yourself a yard bonnet. But you must raise issues and you must be factual. Issues. Man yourself and your bonnet. And you see, so by your man yourself more, the 3 hours of government now, it is a responsibility of the executive, say, we keep the legislature, so we keep the executive on their toes. Now, and now we have a system of governance now. And now, so one more been we been more parliament in the end, extremely difficult. Say, be a not buying was sworn or by criticizing a buying or was sworn. In the Yana, criticisms, no, a cockujina minority for no echo and
okay.
And we need that as part of our governance. So why we uja buying and I can my opposition knew what. That's a bone some buying prayer. A buying because oh, the oil piano a ye into a coso bra, not never be green sooner and Kosui. A responsibility say, of course, the Abaya, I will see who say a yes, but your responsibility is say, will draw a buying attention to Nemabia, Ibia, Ecoswa, and such as and yet among your somewhat sabi, and who here and a ye.
Okay.
Number one, in terms of a first person Bible and see the catcher, a buying says, no. But the answer koi any the among whom my food was in. He had the highest political will.
Okay.
Omampany was silent on this issue for a very long time. May say, oh, why do we have the minister responsible for health? Until none of us are dealing with it. Whilst in other countries, not presidents are who are dealing with it. It took the president a very long time to even utter a word on COVID-19 in Ghana. Omampany. Yetra could do baby. Let's see car, I was say. Ye de book COVID-19 in ho bra. Na ye nyina ye NCC ye no. Ninia ye di sika no eba committee be briefu yen. More than 2 weeks na sika na ye pe no. Ye sanka 1 Ghana cedi. 1 Ghana cedi ye sanka.
Eye de minister of health admame no ebe ye ho eyi no. Obe make statement a response to minority. Am say wa kra o question me bo a. Fantastic.
Oba ya Adekye can say here 35 million Ghana cedis, or say Ombenya 2.5 million Ghana cedis.
Yeah, that is so.
You remember, but it's okay.
Mekaipa, 2.5 exactly said the Okana, yeah.
So, Samuel, me a pesicana, they are bob wire home. Yeah, yes, Kana. A country maybe your car, even your car 2.5 million, no question. Minister for Finance, they release the kind of crime, yeah, Juman, then I say what you be doing. And also, at a point in time, WHO by your assessment catch and say, your case management, your case almost score 0% one castle program so mekai.
But at some point it was also disputed by Dr. Nsiasari though, okay.
And yet, there was another medical doctor, Katim, you have forgotten. Some slim.
Dr. Sedu Queen, yes.
Dr. Sedu Bakwe catch or catch the Ghana Pony on only WHO for Yagin. Can you imagine on your show?
Yamekai.
Me catch them with a mono, Sabi, Moya buying a Juma for. In the same view of what moon to Minka, men are man on a song, into Metumiaka. So, Sameka, if you have nothing to say, just keep quiet, Mamenka. Don't dispute it. For that man to sit on your program or can say or no need WHO for scoring, no, he agreed with me though.
Now omuye doctor for mu nyina so bebre age more WHO cancer no Ghana. Nti oye science person na hoye ni area only right over dispute ana.
WHO in the whole world about within someone. It is the most credible organization. You and I,
that is so.
So if you have a credible organization, it is exceedingly difficult to disagree with. I'm not saying it's impossible though, to disagree with a WHO.
Okay.
Because they don't say anything among what's their interest in our politics in this country.
Okay.
They don't say anything by heart. Say, so you can't say now, you cause a bedroom maybe. I'm paying to quite echo some of the countries of my recorded cases.
Yeah, Europe.
The bedroom. Oh, I'm giving you the chronicle of events.
Yeah.
You said that myself and Medua Kufi Holo. When you are and also okay, people took me to the clinics. I am very hopeful, sir, I'm paying. But as a leader, I preach say, wow, free town my more recorded case Ababiano, quarantine. A common should have set that example. The entourage no mobile and common quarantine na infant several as a precedent or an example to others. Sadano, do hano. I did sing your hand of fire entourage or more no including the airport. Do you remember?
Yeah, Mekai. But they were not exposed until there was no reason to quarantine. Because quarantine only when you're exposed. Nothing, no quarantine.
When do you become exposed? You become exposed when you come into contact with people who have been infected with the virus.
Yes, yes.
And you have traveled to Norway. After that time, Norway, so no, not amount for my recorded cases, true or false?
Yes, no, my record. But there was no guarantee, say, baby, or my penny coin as I recorded cases. No.
Listen, you will vindicate me at the end of this, your question.
Okay.
You will vindicate me. Listen. Irrespective of that, and assuming what you said is true, do you know that the first two recorded cases out of that trip? Do you know? Do you know?
Out of that trip, after trip, no, and no call baby from, and as I say,
out of that trip, no way me now record one not back every Turkey, not back no way. You remember two cases. There's no way no come on, not a part of that entourage, the president's entourage.
And no see true. And no see true pictures by a crowd no money president take picture. And your friends foreign affairs minister near.
Fantastic.
But honorable point of view
to contact me problem.
Are you is there any record that says after sa meeting no many president here try photo no Norway ambassador no call baby and son or bagan or the COVID neighbor and as saying
well me omo itinerary okay say Samre no man pay ever so many countries you know okay Samre
of course some European countries
very good and na omo pay so eni and omo ko eni nyina no omo nim say after the time one any papa no etwa picture no na owo yare no anana oni yade no
and no say true
and also true now so what they could have done as a precautionary measure and they say if you go and that was a directive you can google it directive Ghana Health Service for the better abontin say so what country dia mu a ya record cases ba ya nka say woni obi a wonya bi ko hia woni obi a wonya bi ko hia
okay.
So we have to do a minimum quarantine. It was a clear directive they gave.
And also true.
Very good. I am very, very happy you are collaborating all the issues because I will never lie. So that was the point. And I was like, I'm paying in charge, or more a quarantine. And also, you have yourself, or would team attempt the only hodie. You fine, yes. If you want, let me go back a little. It will maybe we were calling the minority in parliament, calling on government, say on close to your borders. I want to for economic reasons, you know, a new man also close your borders.
What time Ben I'm calling for closure of borders? No, say President closing borders now around March.
Earlier than that, before he said, we had done a series of encounters, a press release. We called with them for reps, war parliament, on the catch them.
Okay.
One, I said that was Mills or one of the pastors, Ebabon Tikra Bekan said, he had given advice.
Bishop Daki Ward Mills.
Very good. Ebeka said, no, I advise. So, assuming what I am saying, crying and crying, young pastor media crying and crying. Now, the bishop came out to say, no, I advise the president earlier. So, I'm close to borders. And I said, the agro, they are close to. Because at the time, you know, now the only way I bet you at the end say, Obi be free, I'm on it, and the other room. Now, check your borders.
Okay.
Yet now, why my identity be well, every ya didn't be well, no. And they said, I feel Obi will be on quarantine. I hope, and you say, make it demand to say. Now, I was seeing more labs, I never tested on my way. I was seeing more PPs. A health professor, I never bought more buying. I was buying a Jessica at the Toho, like a dear Sanima winner. And Chabia, Obekaya, I don't want every year announcement to say, $1 million yes. Jump more a
there be I know 100,000 or the bar first and sana 1 million neighbor.
But I say
or the 100 neighbor first 100 na a bay amounts from Ghana accounts no. Okay.
I'm say sir 35 million Ghana cedis at some yeah and around the whole the same time now almost 2.5 million buy and Chebia no be so $1 million.
Oh, yes. And we are World Bank Sikano.
Well, into your car, sir, you know. Or car, sir, we need him so. An emergency and emergency. And unti or the back parliament, fast. And also your question say, Sika ye free. There was ever parliament, I'm not parliament and any hujuma. Near many bear Makodo Ponkroma. On Joy FM. Or catch them say. Or Jala, some to meet so. Or catch them say. And yes, you can in a parliament.
Oh, okay.
And you know, when Umpono, and who ABI whom could hear, say better parliament.
Sana Kojoka on air.
Yes, on air. JFM, I'm coaching. Wow, program so, me no me no to. There was another man also tried there or university. Or catch them me, our program so say Ghana, your sister, because we yank it to me, ya. Nirako Babu said, they are not Ghana a useless country. Do you remember?
Yes, because none the argument is say you were reserved to order that. At every point in time, Ghana will scab baby.
Don't hesitate. Many about Menkasako. I know my integrity is at stake. On your program, I'm a your hot exchanges on your program. Sir, I'm not sure about the free bar because me and I was reliably informed, sir, Jacobo said the other surgeon. But the man starts on your program, spoke on authority. Says we will generate the money from this country. And therefore, the engineering can and Ghana had here, not Ghana is useless country, the government is useless government on your program. I was sorry, Professor, then they will team attempt
when do I think the point that he was raising is Ghana will scour.
No problem.
I said, no, Bessie, now would you to say I'm Bosia? I am a Bianca saying, Bosia,
it is not the money from Ghana. That's the point.
Okay.
And yet, to get free Ghana money, the argument was that we were going to get the money from Ghana.
Okay.
Have you forgotten?
Okay.
Yeah, yet to get them free money. And no, it took the president so long, more than 2 weeks. I said, I didn't come to Parliament. Me approval. What were they doing? Then the purpose, you're spread you.
Okay.
Then the Nipa Wu, then I saw my Payna for Bomusamano. Hey, I didn't spread and spread. Me and 5 measures to young claim.
But I was said before, Sikasa Beba, no medical, the measures a good from 2.5 years. Okay, say health minister by, say what they can hear.
I mean, so they can make us say, no.
Okay.
Measures on again on your program. I am very happy, says I dear way. So you can collaborate on a lot of the issues. I'm exceedingly excited about it. Do you remember? So on your program, after the timer, the better program, no so can yes, I discussing with you. Not even jingle and as a common advert. education no na you play bi o TV bias and radio bias. Do you remember?
And that is so. You are complaining about it.
Very good. Even if that basic thing was not done, now I can say that basic thing.
But say no matter PPEs, I'm Dr. Siedu Bequin. Ever confirm it so matter see okay so matter PPEs they were prepared for the virus, they would deal with the virus.
And when I make a around the same time. And now Nkofobi call a kolebu. Almost suspecting say omoye COVID-19 patient and not head workers and not big babon chance. Okay.
Yeah, make I know so.
Many about me can kuntumpuda. So these are the chronicle of events. Abaya bedru. Baby na let's spread it let's spread it you do baby no. And no man pani I can say okay. But the idea na adu no e Kumasi ene in crime. And I didn't when the epicenters no. Inti you partial lockdown. And you call partial lockdown. Partial lockdown, you have no omoya announcement. Omoya announcement, you know, a transportation virus, you know, to so many parts of the country. Because people were rushing from Accra to the other places.
Yes, I have 2 days now, near Dantamono.
Exactly. Mancophobe is too kind. And also, it could do near Bebree. The next, you know. Now you see, and Kayaba mass testing. Now, yeah, so let's see one more or when you know. Now, so you deal with the issues. After even while you're lockdown, you're going to spread the air and spread it. Spread the air and let's say rising. Yeah, say answer now Uber easy restrictions on COVID-19. No one who signs to be say I didn't conform. And sign that Uber easy restrictions. Crana, what easy? After from nowhere, my parents say, "Well, left it the partial lockdown restrictions." No, well, left it. So, time also figures in the corner. Then, factors being reasons being, and my parents say, "Yeah, but they look, oh yeah." In his speech, no, I can say, this decision was backed by science, data and science. Okay.
That is so.
And you say, science, you better science across. As you come, no. And then no kusia or ye or take that decision in real, you know. And no kusia Ghana Medical Association for. Or we, you know, and I bet there be say. The president never took into consideration public health science, but other considerations like consider your model left here.
And no one can say no. Medical Association for no.
Let me quote the general secretary of the Ghana Medical Association on. I will paraphrase on Asampa FM. You be trying to say, fact is being or share one president consider your left here. As some okay and say, or no officer there are so many factors, but of course, factors on Mampani consider and your public health science not consider it. There are other equally important factors on Mampani consider. This is what the man said. On a sample, be a moderate here. I listen to it myself.
Okay.
And so
but they could be wrong though. And you agree with doctors now and I say, or Mampani now did this why wrong because on Mampani there baby or tears on Mampani no. He's overseeing so many sectors. Well, it is a doctor for just with medical records. That's what Mampani Kasa looking at the bigger picture, looking at other factors. He may not be wrong.
If you ask me as a ranking member on health, now say, and then who consider factors, be a medical social accommodating factors not consider.
Okay.
As some inform me at CSN say, who on qua.
That is true.
Menti babia so bia kasa wade nyina wo nkwa. Menti da. Nti ndi ye say I was say consider bibi above nkwa. So what I say. I know everyone. You who say I didn't kwa na ekosoro.
Okay.
I say kodu baby I must say expert about boncha be kasa ya piki.
Yeah.
Okay. And so be
make no so.
Adie, ya piki na still adie ne kwa ade kosiri. Ya piki. Ya piki say na 23,000 over. Ya piki no 23,000 over.
But recovery is also about 16,000.
Oh, adie say no fact. I can't contradict those facts. We'll come there. I'm progressing steadily. And then also ebetwe mkoye. Then another argument came say ba be Omapanyi ba be use restrictions on public gathering.
Okay.
Hey, papa, say I didn't know you. Also, I feel like I'm sorry. Now, sorry, na mo kono. Nipa wa habia ambuti matna sorry dem 1 hour na my sorry. Yeah, daddy. Afi registration ni ade tata na ye NIA for na registration no betimi akoso.
Okay.
What is the meaning of this? Anchebia or easy restriction Anchebia na MPP for ba bonjem kwa koyo mo primaries. Omo primaries ni mso observe protocols. Ninia the course so unim yem na me be ka kire. The course no unim. It is like na koye say decision bi o mampanyi be take bia no na I politically motivated.
Or decision no be taken including lockdown also was it politically motivated?
You see, after the time now, or can't say yanko lockdown. Numbers no na ekwa na ekosoro no. Time all left lockdown. So now can you politically motivated and then you can't all left because that time no na omo pe kwan aye niema bi. I the NIA registration and then the MPP primary. Because
that is your own suspicion on the
and I'm entitled to it. I want to entitled to it.
Oh, you are entitled to it. I just want to know say who can as a matter of fact. And as a suspicion. Una you want you parliament you may have information. Yeah, what want in him.
So these things happen. Then another issue came up, say inquiry registration. Apart from the fact to say, primary who so primary they buy ya, they be no who out of it. Be mo nya yade be out of it no. And no answer for. And na yen minority workers say, hey, say ka say kwa registration ya. Ye be hwie no. So they be ban no. Enye nti mo me nya nya so old register. I know the Supreme Court taking one decision.
Okay.
Nti I don't want to go there. And ye call. The reaction they buy from you see any abiding say, oh, we adhere to strictly to protocols no. Nti obian can come and to me yam we be come impact and also me boa ka chance me boa.
Say easy for na hwa battle, so that's what they said. No correct.
But who say person you are buying free? Abai can never be absolved from this responsibility. It is a responsibility of government to protect the citizenry. That is
Supreme Court na honorable na MP. Muna mo share
Supreme Court ma ruling na. Supreme Court so you sabi previous I mean me na LLP na kakra apart from the fact that member of parliament no. The Supreme Court take a decision na you implement decision na krampo na. Obi and the responsibility what in the implementation of the decision be na so ye. The Supreme Court e kasa ma ruling say yen konko church odinya it doesn't absolve government from taking the responsibility say or be protecting the citizens.
No, but the provision to conduct elections no say over share about is specific for easy abahunim.
Yes, and I make catch me no menji wa chinye and no dey minister sabi akra ya when nekra no unim. But the point I'm making is that it is not the question is not whether or not easy or the power to conduct the election. But the can want them to say COVID-19. When they na said yes or mind for no buy from COVID-19. It is
and you say your man but okay now say registration or caso be boy home that assurance say easy for na de mai see a trodi na be boy home buy on be say social distancing here aduma
say easy any aban na ewo responsibilities in any case easy kra almost source of funding no be hino munya free e aban na de ma wo every we are here no and that's what is important to me.
Okay,
every we are here no you say registration as I have gone beyond my constituency. Social what they call protocols no and yajuma in most of the places. You go to some centers in Pa sabi in Pregiasa canopy I did be see okra na yama distance we need increase so ebini ho.
Okay,
baby o wa ebini ho. Baby o wa immediately after the baby o ma cordon no we say no people be brave go akire overcrowded. Na babia
anu say obi in fact honorable senka wo ben TV a wo hwe TV no so bon say some of the videos ye kra wo honom
fantastic I baby am woni me TV me da mata say asam me kan mo ma chief so follow
yes ye bi one KNUS SHS de no akola ba ko free because you need
Madam Asibebre. And unti ya fa sa protocol no so anya adwuma. In fact, even registration no officers like as ko bedu baby no obi wire na mask na da na bodwase. Ubeko baby no queue no mudim no ombo so search that. Ma uhwe kra na ahomti. And also minority ya anya hwe ha ye the statement about bonte de can say ya hwe yi a ye bewie no na de ya record o man mu no enye papa ma ye obian up to now there hasn't been any improvement so far.
Okay,
again maniko back kakra ye wana amampayi sa ba ye say o so francophone bi ofo ehin fopo o say Akufo-Addo graduate say then okay
papa
in his address o say the first batch of the
omo be SHS no yes
I no from Akufo-Addo graduate obwa
yes omampani na kan obo say
very good and the whole world mean so media can say that the whole world omampani on man who support me family and say your president with me who be that in my life anyway
munyina moyo
listen me who be that munyina
asumye ina de ma prof na nya ya na de ma no
ha kide o kai no kide o kai no what say asumdwe hin no na de ma no what is the president miss ejeba be catch na ho say ono ya friend asumdwe hin o ti bi da
ono aka ono amide me pa asumdwe prof sanos na kai
tie so nipa ne ka say o pa asumdwe a wan kan say mon friend asumdwe hin and someone nipa no attack na Ghana for ye de friend no was say students ne pe o mo Akufo-Addo graduate anyway the empire non 20 enti ya semo enti me ya ba ya o ha no say they should go back to campus. I say okay enya hwe meanwhile and this one upa checki countries like Kenya and Nigeria for say 2021 May no mu hu ba bia de ne kwa omo students de omo nko campus. In fact Nigeria for de omo say what ni common hwero
Kenya they are question next year so
fantastic aso making nyantro inti se Nigeria to me yes na Kenya to me yes me pesa me ba no betina fie 1 year dan so be ko school no konya COVID-19 wa ahwe ne nkwa sabi so won kwa there are more certificates ahead of you won kwa what did you know how to mention nemom so wo tro na wudi nkunim mpo na unya COVID-19 na wu a paso bia ni so just like I acquire wu your tifiank wan
okay
well,
we don't know that for sure there. I feel no more out of team ba na ebehu.
We know it for sure because Otifia and ya dey way too no na me back Tifia na ya dey to me ba go hospital.
Yeah, but well, on the bushia for the air tin to almost say ulcer na nya COVID.
No, I'm not saying it's COVID. Me medical doctor. Why will I say it's COVID? But what I'm saying is that the jam fana go hospital ntino wu here. That's my suspicion.
Okay. And the video no crash shows that.
Very good. It is anka some no tune ofia. Anka na bushia for the medical hospital. Anka bia on bet person in kwa me boa.
Okay, and also very possible.
That is the point I'm making. Now ekoba asano again minority for. Now you see me about do baby yana monseche for yana mi tim ho ya kakra. Anka de me pete say komo ya ti nyina no. If you say COVID by for the past 4 months, I check kra na otwi bia na me di hu komo. Nti asema anka ye beka no. Actually, say, we should be able to play it back.
Okay.
And also, you catch there, Omampani, before you do this, your mass testing. Okay, I said before you reach the parliament, I say, your mass testing, okay.
Person no a aggressive contact tracing. Because Ghana, they are showing honey, we are in Yebu. Yes, we are
mass testing, no. Mass testing, no, I make no. Number one, Parliament. I'm saying, I'm my racist. No, you coffee.
Okay.
The bad year, the test Parliament. MPs, no,
oh, okay.
That was the mass testing in Parliament. I was talking about. After so, some crowd about school more. Obia, oko school mundiano. Can you kind testing no? Because say, oh, test here, I don't say anyone will be, and I never get any only be. So,
are you saying, "Oh, my son, in Chilewe and San and Colanico School"? Oh,
I don't want to swear. Upako.
The enanga mi busa mi producers ye benya video na na ke abono obi ehun sampa we asama.
Bisa omo. Yes, we hope encounter crime me nya video na me be send you. Bisa omo they have it.
Say testing kwala na ansa na obi akọ back to school.
You said it. Bisa I'm sure say microphone to us, so catch you behind the scene.
Okay.
We said it in Parliament, because I'm a rep in Parliament.
Okay.
But yeah, and you say you can quite, yeah, what press encounter. Say you be yes, sir. Yen testing kwani na. I common you cry Ghana. You can. We said it. So before, in fact, you in Parliament, you can't, sir. The NDC COVID-19 technical team.
Okay.
Almost with the trouble until a kind. Into a idea for public knowledge, there's no doubt about it. And also, we are in Sankomo, yes, I had now. Uncle B will be a uncle me flower no more money day, or will be in our pancos day, and spread it, and then some of my juma. Almost I catch and say, oh, and cry, almost cosicui. Almost day, people are who do Pia and be here, Biano, almost the Bama one. And then look at a lot of campuses are recorded cases, including Accra girls.
A lot in Chester.
A lot there, so who feels a lot here one, I'm assuming feels a lot here three. I know they say, and also I'm entitled to it too.
Yes, I said, I'm Busa until once and
I'm me a lot to see on the campuses now, on my record, you know, minimum crime, minimum about 10
schools or many be.
Yes. And even quite apart from that, what even surprises me is say, so called Ministry of Finance.
Yes, say I shutting it down.
Oko Ministry of Finance, Oko Bost, Oko Cocoa Board, Oko Supreme Court. Now, some institutions when you are recording cases or they're shutting it down. I didn't think there was a student in down with campus. Catch me. Give me one reason why they must stay, apart from political.
And what is political about to sorry and culture?
Fantastic. I'll tell you the political aspect.
Okay.
Oh, that question say, and what to me. The political about this, say. No man pay person who ba school mo etra ho emma yisi nya kwan ko register wonum and
man penny plan no
fantastic and you take some ko fie ni nyina no enra time ayen ye de press statement be to abonche na ye between 11 and 12 until 12 o'clock news so am some carry and say be around enye some ye ya answer ye de press statement be abonche o we dey time ye de press statement be abonche around 2-3 ho baby. And me information. I will military commission. My many herself in my district say, "Omanya instructions say, omu move to the various campuses in register Nkolan."
In Nkolan, me say, "Opacha say, in president and Nkolan vote and no pay and saying."
For me, from where I sit, the president is more interested in the political benefit than the health of the Nkolan.
Now, what is the guarantee if you theory near true? What's the guarantee? Nkolan, omunyina beto ama.
The assumption, parents say, that's the assumption, and it's also an open secret. Or more or less, somebody say, Uncle number one, don't forget somebody came from a Kufuado graduate. Okay. Don't forget that. That's number one. Number two, the analysis is that, okay, this is the first batch of the free SHS, so most of them will vote for us. So let's guarantee their registration first.
Okay.
The president is not thinking about the safety of the children. In any case, I've already indicated, say, there are other countries. I'll show more cases in the corner. Omodiano, was sourcing Omodiano. And so, I take a bold decision, say, this is 2021, and Sana, Bibia Koso. But so, I was say, was see calendar, and also, Honor was and Cranicho and social. But the other countries have withdrawn.
Yeah, but okay, I say, on my penny, virtual conference, ECOWAS conference. Or can I say, COVID-19 have been their countries, BIA in the sub region, so BIA. The esefata ono omano enye kate pay say I work am Nigeria and I work am America for nti enkofa nti bia na
so let's put our situation in proper perspective. Okay now so you per se be working my what do we do there was ye hwe ne say covid ba yi okay kosoro ana esoti but be ye dru esoti ye tia manage system no it's okay until no yankran na betimi akọ school mu Nigeria for there kosoro na ye dey esoti a and the empire won't end and two more. But this is the case, a swan echo, including ministers and government officials getting infected. So your situation is worse. You should be the first country to take that decision than even those who are taking it now. So that situation affects you more than even the countries that are taking that decision.
Okay.
Does it make sense, my good sister?
Yes. But so now, when you America, ni UK, ni Adekye, thousands and people got millions of cases, but c'est so maybe Intinka because COVID numbers no cost abra at the same time recoveries because we can so beba recoveries na be cheche mama me. Mpesa o cheche unzu mama maybe after this question but at the time active cases no cost recoveries so cost. Inti other countries ibia other na the MBA because technically 22 no. See your recoveries 17,000 we free my or just about 5-6,000 cases. Say yendu me.
So we actually would say the infection rate no franka ya dia yetumi combat ya dia ni and a recovery rate in air kosoro. What it means is that I was say yetumi you move at a very slow pace now the recovery is catch up.
Okay.
But now what you realize is that say recovery is air kosoro now infection rate is not so tumika.
Can honey be mbacho can honey be mama.
Me say sanka the situation in Kenya dey boy won for hene where the recovery rate no air kosoro no nanka say infection rate no a slow down.
Okay.
Nti omo mbenya bi ni a slow down wa uba say na a recovery rate no air catch up. Nti bedu ba bi na enya nipa be 1,000 pe. E na ewo yade ni bi. So that say na and spread it. But where there obi wuto no enna nipa mienu be say yade ni bi o chama.
Okay. New infections no so
new infections no so tumlika.
Yeah.
So what I said, even I am told say that crow in Ghana, nipa more than 500 to me. It has happened before.
Oh, say Nenansa, yenya the single highest infection rate in a day, almost 1,992.
Fantastic. So that is the point I am making. Say the rate no I dey no into America.
Okay.
So there's even that possibility say obi kwa benye bi mane wato no when say when we year now say infection rate into America no bit say nya piem.
Yeah.
But they make what you say.
Matu ase.
Aha. In this situation now, other countries consider you know. Now can me feel say me Ghana. I was like consider that consideration. Not any political reasons because when we are for almost mass up to the various campuses some conform especially
Accra girls, yeah.
So some conform my inform and I agree with them. I think that at this point, hopefully and about school young for that idea. Because the president doesn't care.
A school home, we are confirmed Crana Befieno. Say, if you papa or mammy or
brilliant question. Brilliant question. And when so listen to it, Kevin, meaning said that we beside say, okay, listen to my suggestion.
Okay.
Not sure to no more recording to if it comes up, play it back.
They are true, okay, I'm a church of
my suggestion is that, but be able to see, you know, some mass testing upon Krana, you can't no they must do it now.
Okay, they must do the mass testing now.
Now,
okay.
Omo testing Krani na, omo testing omunina. One more munye bino, omunya omukwa mukofi. Omo omonye bino, ya so leti omunye ntutu omo on the time omo beto matter the jaw. Does that make sense?
It does. Let's just say at least you know the SHS to me identify Nkolano, the OB, the only be.
Exactly.
But no, we are saying a social na omuntu to mention because the OB no to me mano and control social.
Me, thanks no we answer. Me, I don't think say happy be.
Okay.
Provided say you better boy mano me firstborn I feel natural. My firstborn. In just one make no. It's not as if I'm far from it too. I'm in the middle of it. My firstborn is writing this year. I'm in the middle of it. So, in some man chokra, na ebeti abo mo ba na na esi o matura. There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
Abrabo ne sa, e ti ba be university, e nya backlogs ngu ho. Even demonstration kwa enye sabi yade anasa enye disaster no. Demonstration keke etumi mama for enya backlog university nya back ensi da bia o man mu. Eno egu o man no. Inti si ye ne sa. The free say eno no abeboa yen.
Okay.
Asen say Mribia no na yetiki decision ti bia ene me no kasa me no mi ni ye kasa da bia o me kasa say oh PPs ahodo ya making available. We are told say over 700 health workers no monya yade ni bi. Do you know why?
792.
When I speak me say that na me bono na ma kolo na so dey atoso na fan level na ma for mutie no ma tiase. So I say if you have such a number of health professionals and yade bia uyemunsho What it means is that there are no PPs or what's it in and no so. Because our PPs no more banya Emma Wonumunya Yadian Debris.
But by construction, does it necessarily mean, say health workers, Bebo was 700, and Amadema was 792, and Yebia, PPs in available, Anna? Because the presence or absence of PPs now more when you be. Because some way you community PPs na you but risk na high. Because some of them bank for no.
Aha. Omo bank for na risk na high no. The only thing about me reducing risk na PPs. Do you understand?
But me person me tia say whether or not be awo additional information be say omo ni PPs ya na. Because push PPs no kura o risk no. Still high because we dey obey nipa no.
It's a make sure me catch as a matter of fact say
okay.
Look, at a point in time I will break this one to you. I wanted to do something. Especially the minority members in parliament, my MPBR, the situational report in the district health
directorate
and the district hospital the PPs are more time on the call isolation centers or how they test near the other and it was bad. My MP it was just bad. Just bad. You see, I'm not saying you go to some of the centers PPE back community. And you see, in this situation, what is interesting is that if you walk to the hospital now, you are a potential carrier of the virus.
Yes.
That is the assumption. Number one, depending on from the take your temperature to the consulting room, I was say or protection of one. Because we have had instances we are complaining say when malaria, maybe we are seeing the COVID-19 the assumption is that every patient is a potential carrier. They must have enough PPEs.
Okay.
Now the PPEs are not in the system.
Okay.
Health workers in Yano Munya didn't be
okay. From where you see, because we are ranking member to access to information. Says here PPEs do what system do health workers will be.
That is what we have challenged government to do. Say, and also your whole press conference say, there be no government the figure to say, omo esaka sa PPE number. But the challenge say we need the distribution list.
Okay.
So the way akoha. Into see a court district bimu. Not almost say omu bia. Then we can challenge them.
Okay.
What say at a point in time, minister be accuse some of the head workers almost turn PPEs need. Okay. And that's one
kai.
Okay, I passing on to go backstage from the culture.
Okay.
And also by some I will gonna have the debate who be bring. So the point the point I'm making around that point is say PPEs no and then enough in the system.
Okay.
If my PPEs no emra be bring. The see be ya true. Me aba edu ba bia I no bi mu fi say mintumi hu. I then e be nya free mu say be ka bibi boni afa ye man ho. But papa so pam ho ma so you know dintra and ye dintra. Sajuma we ya me it may not be a mechano e bia na nya there. But that is my responsibility.
Okay.
Manya, I'll be irresponsible.
Okay. Into honorable say any yempo. Enya unfortunately nya wo anawa ban eneti akonya so. There's a government, a government GD say Ministry of Education may ati assess enkoran dey be mo ma school on mama bachelor exams no.
I will encourage every patient. I will encourage every patient. And this is an encouragement. I will encourage every patient, Mr. Patient, every parent. I will encourage every parent who feel say the banner baby or one risk level no was so there. The first recommendation is that a can be a first or test or no or test I will encourage every parent to do that. If
what in quarantine be betimi aka we say simple be obiti hwidiem ana obiti iba wakura e wokrache a okofa akola no kra se ono kofa ne ba no kra no exposure number 1 sa akola na kwotiti bi o school wa expose no ho hospital kwa bi ana eno so be don hwere ahen asan wa drive akọ eno so another nti enwo arrangement saying
you are talking to the wrong person. When you say we are MP, to understand what you are talking about and you yourself, you know it.
The dangers, no.
Me crashing pa essential. Into how difficult it is in the rural areas. But and also in Chile, what district be? I'm going to take the sample of that colana. In my district, to see you buy an anki bin ruha. Then you share registration, you see, and then answer. And Mami, your share, or district head director, or me or your bar, or family or so now we antiasem them, see, they have recorded 4 cases.
And previously, never been my district or
never been my Jaboso district. Never been my Hakra. And then no, sometimes they have some conversation with me, be one assistance. And can you imagine? In some way, lady, never meet me account for money because but the other thing, some source near clear that the government can easily victimize them.
Okay.
In time, be careful. Never be aware, but the other source on any the way, and they do it to them all the time. Tell me, on back committee level now. There be some question be they trace, tracy.
Okay.
Figures you are winning, but that's the only source on being free. They will go and victimize them. They are transfer why they are useless in the ministry or in the service.
Okay.
So that's why we are careful. Because and I will quote a very renowned person in the health sector on the CIA at the committee level. I'm just asking Makanda. My explanation need to be a presentation. A very highly respected person in our health sector. He was talking to me directly. Also, honorable, BB, we are ready to open up. But you see, when you go out there and quote some of us, next time we can't open up again. I swear my mother in the group, the man said it at the committee level.
Into say a crowd of victimization, so I'm more confidence in me.
I am telling you, minimobia, or better, what we did so. I can't some what we did so on your program, or call back to a Jumamuno. You should, maybe I win him, maybe I won't pass over Kentra, maybe I know him. Don't you know? Nobody want from a country.
Now, okay. They are not coming because some media interviews no also.
The first program COVID-19 issue. Papa be about how the competition assembly. Not many program.
Bakubi I'm saying one of the public institutions.
Oh yeah,
There be Mr. public institutions no.
Aha. So we pakro. Very good. Or call back to a Jumamuno. Problems are all common. You have no idea. Or better our program so can or didn't the boy and discuss when he went back, problems of Papa Comuno, you have no idea. In the Mammy, I am telling you on authority we are for China. Say, some of the head workers no or more music and top PP or more musica.
Or more musica.
Yes. Or more musica. We are journalists, but you have the skills to solicit for information here. We are for China. This is how bad the situation is. The best the government does is say, "Ombeba, no more besia central for no more address and one." If you go down, you say registration you see before God and man. If he say COVID breaking ye, the only time a man who say, "Yeah, but COVID who they will crash and you say registration you say no company or more registration centers no." That one I cannot pretend that
okay, in prior to that, the education and I said
there was nothing like that.
Okay.
There was absolutely nothing like that.
Okay.
Now do you say registration? You see that one I can attest to it. So more registration center and na COVID-19 can no na NCC boss no pharmacy no education. That in my constituency I've seen it.
You have seen it. Okay.
So I just say.
Okay.
But before then, maybe be any hosa. So that is how bad they are managing this situation.
Okay,
but they are managing. Meanwhile, the situation is going worse.
But honorable, in the meantime, I can't let a year GS there, but because we raise the issue now about school, they say we be two about 10 BR for sebe ya unko fanimba every school. No fanim ko testing, ne testing no. GS for the letter be aba. Mpese me kana meje wadwenche e wo ho no. Also Ghana Education Service voter registration of eligible students on SHS TVET school campuses. And I say, upon request by the management of Ghana Education Service (GES), the Electoral Commission has arranged to set up registration centers in all SHS and TVES campuses across the country to register eligible students currently on campuses. The schedule for the voter registration exercise is today, Friday 10th, and tomorrow, Saturday 11th. Management of Ghana Education Service has therefore directed that all heads of schools under supervision of regional and district directors of heads, district directors should ensure that the necessary arrangements are put in place for smooth takeoff of the exercise. management of GES wishes to draw attention of the general public, especially political party representatives who would be assigned by their parties to observe the process on the various campuses that the schools should not be used as a place of partisan politicking. The schools have been directed to put in measures to ensure strict compliance with COVID-19 health and safety protocols, and it is the expectation of management of GES that officials of the Electoral Commission and the political party representatives, as well as any observer groups present, will do same during the period. Yamame Cassandra Chum Ampov, head of Public Relations Unit, Ghana Education Service, one what they in and same way as into honorable mepe reaction, because it doesn't look like GS air drawn Kolani anytime soon. Actually, honorable.
Also, say what I say. This is the motivation to keep on the campuses. This is the motivation.
But honorable, and Kolana, are they not eligible voters?
Who told you they couldn't have registered in their houses? Who told you?
But since school will be that, into what you are, a young man in Refugee Metro. No man said the arena kwana.
Me. I have told you, sir, we shouldn't have been where we are now in the first place.
Okay.
They shouldn't have even gone to campus. No, my catch say the motivation to somebody else and after you do that at the end of home. I am 100% for the registration of all the Nkolano.
Okay.
100%. We should not disenfranchise anybody. I'm more be the opportunity to vote. Me, as I sit here and as I talk to you, I have 100%. I mean, I'm sure, I'm very optimistic. Say, secondary school, I want me see a creative police station. I will win that police station.
Oh, okay.
I'm 100% sure I will win that police station. So why will I be against one more motor 18?
Okay.
But you see, the priority should not be the election. Should not be the name writing. Should be about the health of the people.
Yeah, but why are you saying that the priority is the name now? Because Supreme Court akasa dada. Into once the Supreme Court akasa then now the priority for EC is say I was so capture obia or voter.
Vim lady. Supreme Court kasa ya pan kwani ko go school one say atwomudi.
Wan kasa na kwana nya kwa that no muni ya na yankora no koy.
Medical catcher say I am arguing from the point of view say we shouldn't have been where we are, and the reason why we are there is this motivation.
Yeah, but honorable, say I yankora no kwa dada. Inti me ntwe di na
I don't have a problem. We should do it.
Okay.
Now, as it is now, we have created a worse situation. Me no problem about. I have no objection about say anything.
Okay.
But let's be careful. Who tells you say one moment COVID-19 they don't adhere to the protocols? Are you telling me the ministers and the big names now? They were not adhering to COVID-19 protocols. It is only by grace.
You have a point.
It is only by grace. Let's be careful. Now, we are going to send people from our various houses as agents to the campuses.
Okay.
We are going to send registration officers or Maya Juma in our communities for days. They have come into contact with thousands of people to those campuses. That's what we are going to do.
And also you have a point there.
Me, even my sweetheart, look, even if I don't have a point, that's my opinion.
No, but we're glad in your opinion, Keke. You have a point there. Saying, say party representatives, no, move you chrome, and on Beko. Other observers is a code of also observe, so they will also go to campuses. Meanwhile, in Kalanico school, come on, men don't cry, who do get as a gate. Yaman right inside, until Nippon or move your bontain battle. You have a legitimate point in America and say, you are testing on one son. Party for the Bekwana.
Intime, these are my observations. And you cannot do a registration now, a bra on my agent.
Okay.
We don't trust ourselves in this country.
Yeah.
It's not possible. So what I say, these are my observations.
Okay.
Maybe I'm the ranking member and I'm supposed to raise these issues. It is that, oh, so I'm really here, we better baby, and they are asking for probably somebody who to graduate. Like I said, oh, you are even against the registration. No. So that argument, I don't even mean who, because who told you, say, so I can cry and go school, like a move here, I come with me.
Okay.
They could have written their name, they could have been registered. But you see, we compound the problem. They could create problems here. Not generally swear because oh, honorable, we are here already, so what is the way forward? Meanwhile, we'll go and bring the problems. So you are asking me, say, they are already on campus. I'm here in Chomudia now because we have created a problem already. So the only response I should give you is that I am for it and they should go ahead. Meanwhile, such situation where we couldn't have gotten here, other countries have done so.
Okay.
In the area as a country, and they say they created worst scenario, worst problems. nti ye wia ne ya ka say o ya bedu ha wie nti ye nyeden ya bedu do you know say all our health facilities as far as COVID-19 is concerned are overwhelmed? Do you know?
I don't know that. All our health facilities, meaning say Kolebu a few challenges or more closing one of their ICU units. But Kolebu is such a big hospital, so I don't know say where they no overwhelmed say abro almost no. Me near doctor ni I don't know about no.
You find out. Number one, even Kolebu, there's a construction going there. What's the best support to COVID-19? I abandoned, and also find out.
Construction Kolebu.
Okay. Construction going on there.
Okay.
If you remember, I'm not idea is one of the requests say YMBA Bank of Ghana and the University of Ghana Medical Center and also Omudi attempts are but thanks be to God I know the Omubi and Omudi Yajuma. It also can say other hospitals be over near completion no and also ye intimi enwie ne ntem na omo
enquire adwuma okay but no me person wrap it up because your time no so but a question now on pen na meba ho no say enye duwa nu mawie we shouldn't have been here according to you say na nke nisi e man kora no ko school na ebo enkola no ko bo peso na afi ba akwa film a wonya positive watere e de ama ni nuanom a aka nyina but anya abasa ye duru ho ye trodi wo campuses. What then one major thing I would say a bit me a bema numbers na ye huno aba from but before then also use our question way a free begin number recovery rate nipa dodo omo ho to omo no so kwa na ekosoro 16,000 17,000 plus
my address here no answer na matumi abeyi
ba ko na no yes
when I was on
ba cho say
me recovery no we are no
recovery so 16 17,000
now the point is that yare we na nkasa no and said anya yare a anu ohisa hu bebre but the man you who say according to experts no the man mami make his comment we answer na obi abeka tem say me medical doctor the man hu ni say yenni anu odru. I didn't say that idea, sabi impredance, according to experts, no kun ya be. In fact, according to experts, almost say your immune system nankasa and they fight it. So, into medication, is just to boost your immune system. So, and until say one more underlying health conditions, no, and then I'm saying more conditions in it, no, omo immune system never form na yade no atumi adi omo so nkunim but se wonni sa yade no underlying conditions ni bi na se unya yade no na utumi rest ye udi more fruit na udi more vegetables na oju ahome ye na onum nsuo ye a me gidi ye se na wo exercise ni ade a ne ko no ense da anya ya bebre
okay
so atase me ha me call for health for and I don't want to put it on TV. Almost me call almost 100 patients, no, and it's not too strange, you know. Sometimes they even say to do a while on show science to cry no be obetimi keep on one if you cry na almost handle nipa from on one if you. Yade na nkasa no enye yade bia ne kon no ya bebre sa. Gire o complications bi no man sana. Normally across the world, you know, ocean recovery rates are very high. What I say, very countries are who say almost population, no, one more the aged, no, I was sure. Then a batana a kumo mopa. So, and no population, no, after 60 years, and also nipa be a 60 years now, ko anymore. Now, ama you can't cheat nature now, system na America. So that is what is explaining the. Even health experts for being say, according to one almost there's a percentage ya de no ombenya bi omunye ya de na omukra omunhu ya de ne besa akọ a omunhu. Are you listening to me?
And also omaka
almost say obi wo a obenya ya de ne bi onu akra no because on show science bia no onhu kra se onye ya de ne bi and nam say bi obegina ho me at odi fruit obede onu ani body ni be ko tia ya de no no free automatically. That's what I'm told. and also there's a percentage. And also
what's our recovery rate of about 17 more?
No, they encourage recovery.
Okay.
So I'm only telling you how easy it is to fight it.
Okay.
But then I can the one ultimate ban on Yanti Masia, my repeat that.
Debbie, me to us all, but so we knew 17,000. Because question I'm a recovery rate in the Afena.
The recovery rate, the money was so to say across the world, recovery rate I was so in the whole world. The only thing
across the world, recovery rate was wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
Recovery rate, nobody can catch out say. Countries are or more population, the age at the dorsum. It's a car or more, I don't know move.
Okay.
Medical Swakasa.
Okay.
And my catcher will say, the only time, you bet me here what you say, you can recover, like a reduce the infection rate. The end is idea, you bet me free system anthem. As for recovery, according to one more or more a handle, there's very less they do than to boost your immune system.
Any baby who be an abaya also taking credit for the high recovery rate,
Oh well, in as much as say me boy abayachi, na me draw attention to some of the weak things, Not a high infection rate on Panama. Even if abaya there's a high recovery rate. Why would I say abaya? No, abaya baby.
Okay.
Why would I say that? No, abaya baby.
Okay.
Even if abaya more isolation, abaya equipu more isolate na you do more cry, so abaya bomoka.
Yeah.
Isolate more the baby. And I'm told they don't pay anything. Of course, omo mu feel man on ebano, and I know so be debate on the floor of the house or mutual quarantine fee near the end. I disagree with abaya and no so will be.
Okay.
And on there.
In fact, the coffee baby soon say I shall say no more mobile okay 100,068 for number buying a far quarantine cano. It is a way more mobile now buying so much 600 Ghana cedis for a hotel a day. Ghana for baby, I'm afraid from UK near there say omu say I'm fair because asem na aba and o makoko bi man so na baby kra no mo ko ho no a o makoka na comedy o mo baby so o man kase o mo ntena ho enkosi dudu osa enkoche enti madam bi kra de friend me the hotel bread and o the bread ni baked beans enti onu kwa na esun kese say o mo ba no betu 600 kan wa na ahe
exactly. So that is the point I'm making. Say, and on a PA on the floor of the house. You look at me a question. I mean, a supplementary question about say minister responsible for foreign affairs. Like I say, on one to Monka, it became another issue. And then there was a buying and also a helping.
Honorable, we crowd person, mammy, and final comment about say. Yenye do hono na make say question on person because we are already here. What is the major thing that you did say yeah betimi ama say na person call from credit betimi agina.
I think that I would say you facilitate more testing.
Okay.
The testing na betimi I recognize and identify from will be over various communities. The anya testing na answer na be say nipa na be no dey assign ko be.
Okay.
There are more testing
Okay.
Number 2, I will say more PPEs. I would the various health facilities in them. So number 3, can say labs are hold centers are hold more testing no more the be near the at least every region be or one cranker and saying
okay.
So what I say number 4, I think so no decentralized system no. When we see decentralized system na boy and then say bibia je kumase anase in crime. Na ya resource one more mo ye adwuma no na saying omo allowances kwan nso abeyasem.
Okay.
So nti testing no one of the major things I was say and the to be mo so no we should not compound the issues and mean create problems like converging people be nkwa no nko school munkoye rally na fi na kokko bi atimi kwa na rally o fi na those decisions no so emwayen. And education also I was saying also a cost education and also I was saying a cost. Now for now no me my position on more school there maybe it's a common kwa yan test no mo fee.
Okay.
Because students no kwa nyo mu nyina na boarding house so bi mu fifie na ekoda bia nti what testing no kura awie no obesa akofie ofi school mu a wo kofie no san ba na chi nyina no weekends near there, then he will interact with other people. Obviously, a church for any other day. We should discourage congregation. We should discourage say converge at gatherings or say discourage this animal. Now, me feel say yes, animal we no more as a country, no, but government must invest in it. Now, this is in a buying OTK piano. I think that public health for no more experts for no advice and also change be placing those political considerations.
Okay. Ona mena wati anope. That's be.
Mr. Darcy be.
And now I'm studio anka we nka mema omre bebre we dey say adrele pa.
Enyashi. Part of the it's a privilege me gidi say that for opportunity ni be say ba mapa studio.
Me pa chomate. Yeah, that's bebre. Honorable Kwabena Mita Kando, a minority ranking member on health committee. Any twetwe enkomo o chemu say ebe ya obaten bia kofa ba every school honum. Edi ntwo ne de ombetimi aba betro ne fie na wa wo ba every school na de ne ko test no wa wi anado wa de aba. Na exam so man twa Ghana yenwu. Na ase mamiensem na empedifo bi pe aye no de so bo aban no mampani Ekufuado say chinchini a wo se nkwala na Ekufuado graduates. Into mampani Ekufuado aje nkwala no kra boso dada ansa na nkwala ne be wie school but the verdict is for you wa usi jina ye wo de honorable kan no ye mpunu nti ne if you dey one on one nti na ote say yan fra obiar from MPP side na ne sa eno so mama mbebo yen e wo hod na Belinda Bema ba no say good morning if you what he saying said we na honorable akanda kandia ene na ye ntumi nto aba no say electoral commission say ye targeting nipa 15 million ye betwo mu di nti ye man kra ne mrefie dia how come say betimi atwo enkora no edi ono so no question obusa eno no say on a more serious no so nyini say wo mu kro ya na ombeka say adenti ene ya ntwo di no seke omukoye ne say Bismarck na atakofi eno say Ghana for the yeah we have ourselves to blame yeah stubborn ye ni protocol so say enkodi so ye wi na e de so bo no kwakobo enkrofo na Sheila crow mother eno say NDC they only help slave queens they don't let one beg for rice and sana ombe edada wefia in few omokra Imano Saki Solomon say please we should not only blame the government nemum yem blame politicians no maka no so responsible wo na ye hold you so wo so dia ade na ya amanyosem ai binum kran so akwa nye bi kro mo mpese wo mbeka na binum so ade putting children at risk omo nyina o see blame omo na aging prince no say I wish say NDC was in power because when you say NDC ti akonya so sa COVID-19 say me NDC will be better at solving the problem. Kweku owusu sa akode no say will the NDC agree for the election to be postponed because akando the okaka kanyina sa wonti asese postpone the election there and e dey enti na chenchen enkofa nkola ni free school enfo omumra bon ten nkola nso aso se wo moto aba esefata se nkola no ye betwo omudi no mato aba ni bi junior Jim Handbrake or say the man you spoke to no was if you are wisdom pa navim unso busa excellent questions pa nti asedan koma Kwabena Mita Kando so to me dey nsema etisa emucheche mu edibetu edwa we omo a mo share live wo Facebook wo UTV Ghana mo questions amode eba ye ne madwen channel na me dey ato ono mama mo no na yera swame Alhaji Suleiman Yakubu Entwi also was swame na wo here live da se pa se de bia no wo here Mr. Richard Apia so wo US Lexington Hotel na wo ye adwuma Mr. Apia Uncle Richard also wo share ye da se papa pasa wo nya bre na America de ekoso nyina no mutumi still time ehwe de ekoso ye bompa enso ama mo America no enyina abeta entry wo London na ukunu Kwame Chumberima entry o papa da form ya ye so nyakopo enhia na doma so no ampepo anim ne suo no nchocho re na owo ndie say de aba no yaba ne ye bekro nti usu a na wagya kakra na watwa koma ato yem nti yewra Kwame Chumberima entry o papa Alhaji Mohammed Yawanim oda form ya nti Alhaji Yankopon enhwe so wate na kojojojojo akwantu kese ya o ko akwakotuodie ene amanihunu papa to fake and so yewra Machopoku pempe na po no ho ye enti we is happy say wababaka wo ye adwuma Dr. Samuel Yosin clinical psychologist wo say if you ne wonne nana wa che na mo be ye ho ayi ne de me a senya ready restore na be ka che no se di o me de me man mo fa me wa che mre me pa na nyina ye dibia ye pa ye nu amasa ponkuma nkuma so ye chiawo anope na isita na ya krama ya kwa maso holidays a ko leave nti obai ani ye nyina ye ko shift ye so ye be ko holidays na lawyer papa lawyer tike enne de program nyina dedicated ma lawyer se nyankopon hira wo na lawyer you do nyankwada nyankopon ensure so o cake no so de covid o no covid ye baba beje ye she ne ye di ye she ye sanitizer ye betumi ye di nti ye da se so ye sere o nyankopon so hira ne nkwa tenten e de ma pa kosoa na ye adwuma no menu aba mata nkoma actress mata nkoma wo ye nipa se mata eso otono bo jese GTP ntuma na mata twagu saa wo se enafia no wo fie e na me hwe UTV saa na uti ni de ase ayi na ya yo uti de ase ayi froti enti mi twa brightens pa anti mata akase me ba ba gi udie ni bi na ma hwe GTP na me no nyina ya pe new designs na bande yesi GTP before my ntoma fufuro bi a fellow Ghanaians na do space dem na so ma me yes atade ni bi a sha me ye nyina ye fellow Ghanaians ya because na do ka fellow Ghanaians one ono nkwa no ho ye nyina ye fellow Ghanaians nti se mo twa ntoma na mo mampani a me ye nyina hye bi ne ye nyina so ye fellow Ghanaians nti mata kuma me cha papa yakobon so hwe so na wo mo ho ban na covid mpupu bi amfa mfichire da empare o se bi kra ba be fa mfichire kra ebusa fo ya da wasesa wo so share live e wo UTV yakopon ya adme be san hia bio ye dwada ne mo cha no pa me hia critical issues so enwume so emra ne sesen ye be hia na ne nyina ye de ho sem e de abrama se da kese nkoma production team nyina wo mo bo adwuma gare fra ho mache wo mo chese wo mo mre kra ye da se bebre yakopon ya adma ye be san to ne mo china stay tuned critical issues e beba anopam ye da mate ama munyamo ene hwe